Devotee asked Bhagwan Sri Ramana Maharishi if a soul dies in babyhood or childhood. It doesn't seem fair because it has not had enough experience of life to win realization. Bhagwan said, "You do not know the child's viewpoint. Yours is simply of the intellect. We and our children are all from God and in God. God takes care of us and our children. Animals can think like human beings. We must not imagine they are senseless creatures. Some who have associated in contact with people can understand birds and conversations." He pointed to cow and said he could think intelligently. Individual human beings have to suffer their karmas, but Ishvara manages to make the best of their karmas for his purpose. God manipulates the fruits of karma. He doesn't add or take away from it. The subconsciousness of man is a warehouse of good and bad karma. Ishvara chooses from this warehouse what he sees will best suit the spiritual evolution at the time of each man, whether pleasant or painful. Thus, there is nothing arbitrary. The realized man knows neither past, present, or future. He is above time, for he lives in the timeless self. What is that is born, not the true self. Once we are born into that is the final, that is the true and only birth, the spiritual birth. The others are but fleeting incarnations of the vasanas. If it were not for the body, we would not talk of the spirit being within us. We would be the true self. The illumined man will just watch and wait and see what happens. He lets things take their course. He resigns all to that absolute power which you can call God, karma, or what you like. There is no egoism in him, so be quiet. There is a shloka in Gita which says that he who acts without attachment to the senses and without egoism, the sense I am doing this, though he kills an enemy, doesn't make any karma. Similarly, such an illuminated one is free from all past karma and from all past vasanas. How can there be karma or vasanas when the I, the ego, which caused or causes them, has been destroyed? The illumined man doesn't plan for the future and takes not for thought. Why should he? There is no sense of I in him any longer. The infinite power which is able to do things directs him. Devotee asked, "I want to go to Mount Kailash." Bhagwan said, "One can see these places only if destined, not otherwise, but after seeing all, there will still remain more places unvisited, if not in this hemisphere, then in the other." Knowledge implies ignorance beyond what is known. Knowledge is always limited. Surrender, and all will be well. Through Throw all the responsibility on God. Do not bear the burden. What can destiny do? If one surrenders to God, there will be no cause for anxiety. Nothing will affect you if protected by God. The sense of relief depends upon the proportionate to reliance on God or on self. Devotee asked, "My work hinders me." Bhagwan said, "If you have the right attitude, the kind of life you lead doesn't matter very much." Hari Om Tat Sat.